welcome to HTML heading episodes. So in today's episodes, I will be sharing why and how important are the headings. So headings are actually essential elements in HTML, right? So if you go on a site and see something like some big title or some big text, I'm pretty sure those are just headings. So yeah, let's look at it. So to start with, I'm going to open my terminal. I'll share some insights on how to use headings in HTML. How many are they? How are they? How do they look? Which one is which, and all that. So if, for example, if you have a repository, or if you don't have a repository, you could just go to github.com and log in with your GitHub details. So mine, I'm going to go to Safari, and then here in Safari, I'll simply go to my profile here, and then I'll go to my organization, since the repository that I want to look at in my organization. So I'll look at SS50 APM, right? Then after that, I'll go to repositories, and then I want to look at this one. All right. So the first thing that you need to do is first to clone the repo. If you do not have a repo, you could easily create one by coming here, go to repositories, and then go to new repo, and then you could give it a name like test. Then say here you say here I will share about HTML5 headings. Like, this is the best practice, because whoever is there could look at the description and know exactly what is happening around the repository. So you could choose private or public. It doesn't matter. I'm going for public. Git ignore. I'm not going to set up anything with packages, so I'll just choose maybe MIT and go to create, right? So once the repo has been created, then you have something that looks like this, right? So go to repo, and then you would have the repo here. So let me go to tests, and then go to codes here, the green button, and then you could use HTTPS, or if you have SSH key set up for your account, you could use that. I'm going to use HTTPS. I'll copy, and then minimize this, go to my desktop, and then I'll just create a folder just for good organization sake. So I would say mentors. I would say mentors, something that you could remember. After that, and then I'll right click here, then I'll go to services, then I'll go to terminal. Depending on with the operating system that you have, you could just open VS Code and then drag this into the VS Code. So after this, same thing applies. If you have Git bash, you just click on the folder and then learn this command, code dots, right, like this. So this is the command that you could use to open VS Code in the current folder, right? So press enter, and then you see VS Code has been opened, right? So once it's open, I will just open my terminal from here. Terminal, right? And then right, so if I do ls, there's nothing, so I need to create something, right? So since mentors is the repo, so I've already copied the HTTP link for me to clone the repo, and then I would go to my VS Code, and then I'll say git clone, So this is the command you need to use for you to clone a repo. So I'll right click, yeah, you have to right click on a secondary key button and then paste. Once you paste, press enter, and then this repo will be cloned, right? There's nothing, so it wouldn't take much time. Right, so I'll just clear my terminal. Maybe I'll move it a bit up. So I need to go to this folder by running this command, cd change directory, and then I'll say this. Right, so this is the command you need to use for you to change the directory, yeah, like the folder. Okay, press enter, and then if you say so we need to check if indeed I'm in this, then I'll say pw my working path, then I'll see okay I'm in user, then there's the name of the user, desktop, then mentor, which is the folder I created. This is the folder, and then there's test inside that mentor. So I'll just clean the terminal, and then I'll say okay, so I need to create a file, right, for me to write some headings and all that. So I'll say touch, then I'll say index.html. So each and every index HTML file has an extension called index. So each and every programming languages have those extensions. So even Python has a py, even Flutter has that, so all that. So every programming language has an extension. So an extension just simply means what identify the name of the text. So if I say just index, it doesn't have a name, right? So I need to put .html, right? So I'll go to this file, right? And then let's create some HTML, right? You could press Shift and 1, and then you can press Tab on your keyboard, and then these boilerplates will come. Like you don't need to know. I know you will not. You will need to know how these things are structured. Like this one is, you could hover on each of these elements, and then I'm not sure why it's not showing. So you could check. So like this one is just an element presenting the root of HTML document. So this one just the head. So you could learn how these things are. So whenever you're working on HTML, you have to work between this opening tag of the body and closing tag. So in between here, right? So how are tags written? So a tag is written like this. So I'll first to start put a p tag, and then I'll say welcome to HTML5 heading. Like I want this to be shown on top. Then after that, maybe I'll start by creating the first element, right? So maybe because I'm not styling, I'm not applying any kind of style, so I'll just need to write them, right? So could do that h1, and then do heading 1, and then I'll do that, then heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, and heading 5, right? Now I'll use an horizontal line so that I'm able to separate between the two, because I want to make two headings, one starting from the smallest and then the one starting from the biggest, right? So before that, let me just try to learn. So you see I have this go live. You first go to extensions, then search for live preview, right? So by Microsoft, install this extension, and then after you install, then you must be able to have this. So when I click on go live, so these are the elements. So this is h1, this is h2, this is h3, h4, h5, h6. So all the headings start from h1 to h6. So those from the biggest to the smallest. So I want also to write from the smallest to the biggest, right? So I'll go to my VS Code, and then I'll remove this, and then I will say heading 6, right? And then I'll do say heading 6. Heading 6. Right, and then I'll press enter, and then let's say H5, right, then I'll say heading 5, and then I'll say heading 4, I'll say heading 3, heading 2, and heading 1, right? So these are all headings. Okay, so H6 just an element representing a section. So if I go to my browser, then I'll see. So this is how it looks, right? So I know this is not looking nice, but this is how you could use settings. So for example, you could go to end of the website. For example, you can do maybe Google, just search anything. So if I go to this, right, oops, so meet. So for example, when I go to google.com, so you see this text, this is a heading, right? This is a heading, right? So that's how you can see it's big. So this is a paragraph, right? So if you want to make something like this, you could use these settings, right? So you could use the H1, and then it will be shown like that. So after I've done this, maybe if you collaborate with other people, now you could push this. So the first thing, since this is on GitHub and you want some other people to look at what you've done, you could just simply say git branch to check the branch which you are in. I'm in the main branch. I believe there's only one branch. You could also come here, and then you would see there's only one branch. So I'll create another branch. You could come here, but maybe you could just remain here and say git checkout tests. So this is the name that I want to give my branch, tests, right? Oh, I need to create this branch. So I'll just say tests. So I've created this, and I'll say checkout. So I'm typing this command so that I can switch to tests. So this is how you switch, press enter. So I'm into the test. So this is the test branch, right? So so I need to initialize everything, and I'll say git add. I want to stage them. So if you do, maybe say git status to check what is happening with the branch, you'd see I have this file which is not staged. So to stage it, I'll say git git add, then I'll say dots, then I'll press enter, and then I say git commit. So this commit message is very important because other people would understand what you're trying to do. Say created some headings. So now I need to push this, right? So say git push origin test. So this is how you push. Okay. If you do git status, discover that there's nothing, everything's okay. So I'll go to my GitHub. So I'll go to Safari. I don't know which browser you're using. And then I'll go to my GitHub, and I'll just refresh. And then I know I push into another branch. So I'll go to menu. So this is the branch that I created. So if I open that, you see there's something that I created, right? So if I open that, I would preview what I've done. Right, so I need to open a PR so that maybe I could push also into the other branch if at all it's needed. So yeah, this was about HTML headings. Right, I hope this helps. You could go deeper and see how best you could use this. Maybe you could add some paragraphs. Right, so yeah, thank you for watching.